This is Wilson Morales talking to Sekai Abeni regarding her movie, The Long Games Played at the Santa Barbara Film Festival, and hopefully will be released in theaters or somewhere soon. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. So talk to me. Obviously, this is a lead role for you. Congratulations. How did the role come about?
It was really just one of those moments where you get that audition. And I will say this was one where when I read it, I sent to my team, I said, this is really, really an exciting script. And I felt an immediate connection to it, which doesn't always happen. And so it was really exciting to be able to bring it to life.
I always tell people, or at least ask them, that when you take on a role, there's got to be a little bit of the personality between the character and yourself. How do you relate to the character you're playing?
It was kind of fun. The question ended up being more, where am I not the character? And maybe some of the choices she makes when things go wrong are where I differentiate myself. But it was really fun to play a character who's a young actress who really wants to make it and has that hunger and is, really willing to do almost anything to get it. I wouldn't say I would go as far as she does, but there were so many things about her ambition, her hunger, and sometimes just how lost she felt that I felt really connected to her.
So would you say that when you're playing this role, it's a little bit easy because it's like, okay, I can relate. I can relate. I don't have to, as opposed to other character traits, whether it's a doctor or a lawyer or whatever, here's, a rising actress, which is trying to make it in. So some of that dialogue rings true.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. And Jace and Adam are such incredible writers that there were so many moments that it's like they pulled them straight out of something that I would say. It was really easy to step into Holly's shoes.
Now, was there anything you wanted to add to the character outside of what the script called for?
It was really interesting to work on this character because the last role that I had done was such a fast moving train, being on a TV show, coming in the middle of the season. And that was my first job where it's going and the script is a script and you're moving. This was really collaborative. Everybody, Jackie, Kathleen, and I were really collaborative. And it was great because it's also this very interesting role where you have a young Black woman who's trying to make it and is being manipulated by these older, white established characters. And so what was really great was the room was so interested and everyone was so interested in what my opinions were and where moments thought, oh, that rings really true or that doesn't ring exactly right. So I wouldn't say there was anything that I wanted to put in that wasn't there, but I was really protective of Holly being this young Black woman in this really kind of weird situation. I found myself really protective of the ways that we showed her and the ways that she was going to be portrayed in the story.
Now, was the script always calling for a young Black woman? Because I know it's in the dialogue. We get it based on some of the things that she said. But this could have been anybody's role. It didn't have to be a person of ethnicity. You could just put any actress, any woman trying to get a job.
Yeah. They did, to their credit, they had always pictured Holly as a young Black woman. And so it was really exciting. And that's one of the things that when I read the script was so exciting. It was one of the first questions I asked Jace when I got it was, why is this character a Black woman? Like, why is that interesting for you? Because it was really excited. I love noir film, and it's not something that you often see Black people seen in that world if it's not especially of our own making. So she was always supposed to be Black, and then it was really great to come on as a Black voice and to be able to really shape that with the team.
You're working opposite, two folks who've been in the game for a long time, Jackie Earle Haley, and obviously the great Kathleen Turner. How was it working alongside with them, and what did you pick up from them?
It was really incredible. It was such a dream come true. Jackie is, really specific, really intelligent, really all the things that lend him really well to playing Richard. And I learned a lot about him. I learned a lot with him. He's very locked in, very connected actor. And Kathleen was really a joy. Before I stepped on set, I wanted to watch all her films. I kind of wanted to bring that, Holly has such a fascination with the archetype of an actress, and I really wanted to bring that, and I wanted to see that. And in working with Kathleen, I mean, she was really such a mentor to me. It was really incredible to go in every scene and to play and to watch someone who's worked so much in this industry, knows so much, and to still be curious, to want my opinion, to want to play and collaborate with me was amazing. And I think the friendship that you see develop in the film over time is also the friendship that was developing between us as filming was, you know, going on. So it was both of them very different actors, very different people, but both really incredible experiences. And I learned so much. I think that's every young actor's dream, is to be on set with people who you're in masterclass with, you know.
Mm-hmm. Now you have a lead role, and that can be daunting, you know. When some people start out, you know, they get signed, you know, they start off small and they work their way to build up to a lead role. You're having it so early, you know, that's a lot of memorization you have to do, a lot of planning. Granted, you went to school for this, and it's almost like they tell you, you're ready for this. Were you ready? At what point during production did you say to yourself, I got this?
That's such a great question. I think the actual technical weight of being in every scene and having to show up and be prepared is daunting. It's a lot of work, but it's also kind of what you dream about. For me, I was so nervous, and then, you know, again, to Kathleen's credit, and I'll, you know, sing her praises until the day that I die. You know, we had a great lunch right before we started filming, and she just gave me the most amazing advice and just said, like, this is your piece and you're going to steward it and you're going to carry us. And I think that day I showed up the next day, first day on set, and I felt like, if Kathleen Turner says I'm ready for it, then I'm ready for it, you know? So honestly, she really gave me the confidence to go in there and just own it.
From what you've done prior to this, and then having done this, what did you pick up from Jason's direction that helps you as an actress, skill set wise, moving forward?
Jace really taught me a lot about, you know, it was great because it was also Jace's first film. So okay. Jace and I became really collaborators in, I think what I learned from Jace was the ability to be really vulnerable. And in moments where you're unsure or you have questions, it was amazing to watch Jace ask those questions, and in turn to be able to ask those to Jace, and to have really vulnerable moments with her where, you know, you're 3 weeks in, you've lost the plot, you don't know where you are in the script, you're tired, it's Friday, you haven't slept in 3 days, and to look at each other and just go, what are we doing? What's going on? Those moments I felt as an actor were actually so much more important than the technical, because it is such an emotional place to be in, so young, first film set I'm on, and I'm the lead of it, and these are huge actors, and to have people that can just look at you and hold space for that. Jace did an incredible job at holding space for everybody, and that's something that I don't think everybody can do as a director, and I learned a lot from her from that. Yeah.
You know, it's not your responsibility, but I always say the thing about every project nowadays is it's marketing. No matter how good or bad a project may be, you know, we've got a glut now that, you know, we have streamers out there. There's a glut of movies out there, you know, whether you see it on the streamer, cable, or television, you know, or in the theaters. You know, it's about letting people know, here's this movie, come out and see it, and so forth. What do you think is going to get in order to come out and see the long game whenever it gets out there for the public?
I think the thing that is going to bring a lot of audiences to the theater is coming to see these two older actors who they've grown up with and who they've seen. And I think that Kathleen's work is so incredible in the film, and so is Jackie's. And hopefully that, you know, it's a really fun, creepy, weird story that has this really interesting multi-generational aspect to it, and hopefully that makes people curious and interested. And I will say, I think we're in such an incredible time with independent film. There's, even though there is so much things being made and being put out, definitely in Santa Barbara, what I recognized was there's like a real audience and lovers of this type of indie film. And I hope that audience finds us, and I hope we can find them.
what do you look for in a project, and it's early in your career, that you're going to want to say yes or no? And at the end of the day, what keeps you humble?
Man, okay. The things I think that I'm looking for is there's that deep love and connection to that character. And I've been really lucky that all of the roles that I've been able to do so far, this really early moment in my career, have been characters who I have a really deep love for, and I want people to see them, and maybe I see a part of myself in them. But I want people to see those stories and hear those stories. And when you hear back from the audience, I love this, I watched this, whether that's a younger audience from the last project that I did, whatever audience finds this, when people connect to that, I mean, that's just kind of what you're looking for and what you're really hoping for when you're reading it. And the like Holly in the film, the kind of constant rejection of your early career keeps us all humble. I think we're all just working and striving, and I'm so lucky to have gone to school with so many artists and to be in community with so many amazing actors, that I'm really humbled just that I've been gifted the opportunity to show up on set and to act with amazing actors and amazing directors and amazing writers. I mean, it's really humbling, because you don't know why they chose you, but you're just incredibly thankful that you were. So I'm humbled by that every day.
Before I let you go, what are your favorite film noir films?
Oh, Body Heat, easy answer. Absolutely, I'm gonna have to say that's my one answer. Body Heat, absolutely.
Well, obviously, hopefully in time, this could be added to the lore of other film noir films. Let's hope it can come out soon. Congrats on the role. Congrats on the film. Whenever it'll come out, obviously, we'll try to see what we can do to promote it. And then I'm sure we'll talk to you, at least I'll talk to you in your next project.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.